sorry, Ari. It does. She's unfortunately correct.
Look at the pretty.
Oh, we look so cool.
Oh, that's so good.
Look
You know,
at
I had
the
all
pretty.
that going, and everybody, and I didn't have my headphones on.
Excuse?
Oh.
That's pretty. Isn't it, Kuma?
Hi, Kuma.
You made it.
I know.
So happy.
I need
Thanks, one of us.
Oh wow.
Turn down.
Fuck you then. Here's me telling you
Oh,
I've
come on,
missed
you're gonna
you. I'm happy that you're here.
I know.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the rest of us. You have the rest of us if worse comes to worse.
I have all of you, and I'm very, very lucky to have all of you.
I've heard that so little in my life, it's hard to believe,
Oh, cry me a
Why
river.
do sound alerts not work?
so... No!
Oh
No,
shit.
really?
I knew
telling
I'd
you.
forgotten something. Fucking sound alerts.
Sound alerts are broken.
Give me a second. This is all new. It's a brand new scene. It takes me a minute to set shit up.
It looks so good though.
It's so
I knew
cute.
I'd forget something.
I love it.
I almost forgot sound. We didn't have microphones for a minute.
No.
You got him.
Did I mute who?
No.
No, you didn't know.
No.
Oh my god, we could tell my people.
Yes. Why are you talking to me?
Because you're there.
Child.
Hi, Liz. Hi, Furby.
Child, you were supposed to be asleep an hour ago. Why are you talking to me?
No talking to mothers today. That is the rule.
Sadly, it's not
It's
my
not
Mother's
Mother-
Day.
No, not here
It's,
either.
Mine was in March.
Mine is in 2 weeks.
States who
What?
are Americans.
Right,
Last Sunday in May is Mother's
Just
Day.
out of the
okay.
browser source.
Okay, would somebody like to try a sound alert?
Yes.
Or
Eat. There you go.
Okay, it's on my screen.
can't hear it
I
though.
cannot
I
hear
can
it.
see it.
I can see it
Can't
going.
hear it.
It's going.
What are we seeing?
Pedro.
Sad.
Yeah.
Petrol.
I'm linking the Twitch in VC chat.
Oh.
I used nearly all my
Oh
points.
yes, I see.
Oh yeah, I haven't set
Yes.
the channel status. Oops.
I'm joining.
If she needs alerts used, I can do it. I have 12,000 points.
There's an
Alert
Ems.
don't.
Hello,
Hi,
Em.
Ems.
I hope
Hello.
you're doing well.
I don't need to know the chat rules, Twitch. I've
you do.
chatted here
No, you
before.
do. How dare you not know that there are rules?
It happens to me every time I do it.
It
too,
tells
so.
me the rules and it's my account.
This is the first time I've seen it tell me the rules.
Fucking.
Maybe
hell.
that's why it always goes wrong. I just didn't know the rules.
I will bonk you if you try and break my
I
rules.
mean, would you listen anyways if there was rules?
Of
He's
course,
trying
I listen the
to
rules.
be nice to the turn. He's
Hell
trying
no.
to be an adult.
I like the hell no.
Fine. But he's the fine. Fine.
Fine.
What? Excuse you? What?
Have you? Do you need another sound alert?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Pick
out
a
of
one
points.
that's loud this time.
It can all be loud.
I can put one.
We should let Ari be in charge of the emergency ones that they broadcast.
Okay, I didn't hear that one either.
That thing would wake the
I
dead.
did not hear that one.
Okay,
I
I have
know.
no idea what's happening.
try again.
Again?
Yep.
And they...
Okay, I can hear that.
No, I can hear Pedro.
Pedro, and it's not super loud.
Yay!
It's also not like yeah, shockingly loud.
Yeah, no, it's not shockingly loud. It's not reverbing.
Look, look, it's almost like I'm learning.
It's almost like
are
you're
learning.
learning.
You're
I'm
doing
learning.
really good.
We're getting
You're
there.
doing good.
Built an entire new set.
You know what the best thing about this, Ori? It is, Ori?
Go on. Helicopter.
So, yeah,
I thought
that
it was
is the best thing.
helicopter.
It is a helicopter.
Helicopter.
The best thing is we're now back to having minor technical difficulties when we rebrand, which is on brand, which is fucking amazing.
Yep. We love it. We
Yep.
love it. What's the point in doing it if you're not having fuck ups?
Yep.
Keeps it interesting.
Yep.
Anywho.
Pardon?
Okay, excuse you.
Well, that one sounded.
Let me look at my properties. Refresh, please. Thank you.
Here I was trying to be funny and sound alerts didn't want to make me funny. Words hard.
Just relax. Just enjoy your time.
Right.
Wrong.
Left.
Up.
Down.
R1, R1.
I'm an adult.
Circle, circle.
42.
25.
What?
I fucking love you guys. Absolute space cases.
Can't breathe. I
Absolute
snort even more
space
when I laugh.
cases.
Alright.
I can't remember what I was going to say now.
You were starting the stream.
Sorry, not sorry.
That was it. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Hang on. I'll be right back. I'm going to go throttle some children.
Oh,
Okay.
how's everyone's weekend been?
Dead.
Um.
I started and finished the games the gods play, which is one of the book of the month. So you know,
I'm
Mhm.
not done yet.
Like that book.
I like that
Amazing.
book.
Means
I
to
want the
start
second
again.
book now. I can't. I don't want to wait until September. I want it now.
I've
After
leveled 37 levels in WoW, so I mean that's what I've been doing.
Right.
Not sure if you should be proud of that, but
I've returned.
Welcome back.
You played for like 5 minutes.
No, I have not played for 5 minutes because I did all of that through questing.
Yeah, so you played. Oh, sorry, you played for 10 minutes.
I played the entire fucking weekend.
I've been playing for
Yeah,
like probably
have.
almost 16-hour days.
so
So,
your kids have been left abandoned once they place WoW.
No.
Lego! Lego was mentioned.
Yes, my child will not leave the friggin' Lego alone and go to sleep.
Let's go.
I actually
I
did Lego today
ordered
for the
that
first
more
time.
Lego
in
the other
2
day.
Thing is, they only want to play with
Oh.
Lego when they're not supposed
I've
to
already-
be.
I've already got 2 things that I'm fucking stumped on building. They're massive.
What are you building?
Just do it.
It's a Porsche and the
nice.
BMW
Oh.
bike Technics. They're massive. I don't know
Those
where
are
to
nice.
start.
Those are
The
fun.
At the beginning?
The bags
From
on
the beginning.
Yeah, the bags on numbered. Like
Oh no.
the freaking
Have you-
Oh,
Fast and
no.
Furious Supra was
Have you downloaded
like-
those Lego app?
2.01011 fucking whatever. It's like, oh no.
Just download the Lego
Right.
Builder app.
Oh, what's that?
The Lego Builder app.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
an app, and you like.
There's an app you can scan the QR
brilliant.
code, and it gives you like a 3D model, and you can like build with that. It's so good.
I mean, I've got the instruction booklet. It's getting the bags in order. That's
Yeah,
Yeah, but it'll help a lot.
alright. Okay, let me.
I recommend the app. It helped a lot with the kids as well when they're building, and I can just keep all their instructions in the app. So
Right.
if they destroy the things or the youngest gets to it,
It remembers where
the
you
end of
were
the
in the
world.
instructions, so that's nice. So if you like leave it and you go back, you open the app, it's immediately the right instructions. You don't have to like leave
Right.
through the booklet.
Alright.
Also, I feel
Jesus.
Voice of the Winds feels so apt and so stupid to have for me at this very moment in time.
Okay. So, one thing before we start, I have ordered a food shop that I thought I'd ordered to arrive between 10 and 11. And I haven't. I've booked it for between 9 and 10. So, hopefully it's going to turn
Exciting.
up at 9, which is when we'll take our break anyway, and I can just yeet the food at my kitchen and then rush back up the stairs. But if not, I might have to run off for 2 minutes.
It's okay. I will survive.
Well, you might not, honestly.
Please don't keel over. You know.
No, I prefer my houseboats alive, but at this point, do you hear her?
Yes.
I think you said
I
prefer.
I feel
like,
she- I feel
mean,
she
I
needs
won't
to
mind
rest.
if she keels over, but I would prefer it if she was alive.
Excuse you, prefer implies I wouldn't mind.
Exactly. I can't believe you're saying you wouldn't mind if she just keeled over.
No, prefer implies I would mind, woman.
No.
Raccoon.
Prefer means I'd be fine with it either way. I would just my
Well,
preference
that's not
is
how
this
we
one.
use it. That's not how we use it.
No, that's not how we use it.
You,
So for me, that is,
incorrect
I
use
would
of the
very much
English
mind
language
if
does
you
not
did it.
change the fact.
No, but it's the fact that that word, when we use it in Swedish, which is, our native language, which, sadly is how we
Communicate. Sometimes.
communicate sometimes.
Presumably.
Yes. Preferably, we
Föredra,
should have
yeah.
used it more.
Yeah,
So-
föredra is like 80%, which means I very much mind. Either way.
So
Yes.
obviously you'll see we started at a new time tonight. We've matched Sunday streams with Tuesday streams, so both of them now start at 8 p.m. BST. I mean, it'll be 8 p.m.
Sweet.
my time, regardless of BST or GMT, but
And the ending time?
et al. It's 2 hours. It's always 2 hours.
Okay.
So
Alright.
it just makes it easier because it gives a little bit more time for our US lot to be able to join in, because it's not like slap bang in the middle of their day. But it's not too late for the Europeans.
It's 2 o'clock for me.
Okay, it's slap
Yep.
bang in the middle of your day.
I
It's
set
less
time aside
slap
for
bang?
book club streams.
Ish.
It's always got to be slap bang in the middle for the Americans, though.
I mean, we could do it in the middle of the
Most
night
of the
for
time.
EU, but then no EU people are going to be around, so
Yeah, no,
Well,
it's kind of difficult
not
for
for me.
me to run a stream when
Not
I'm
for me.
asleep.
Oh, I wasn't saying that to, like, try and accommodate. I was letting you know.
No, I
So you
know,
didn't have to
I
make
know.
a mess.
because you're central, right?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
is it the West Coasters that I have the real problem with, the Washington lot?
Yes.
Because they're
Yeah.
like
Eight
50
hours or
hours
something.
behind us.
Yes. That would be it,
No, you can apply that to everyone but Arizona.
Who says fuck your time
Okay.
zones?
Who says
Well,
fuck
they-
your time zone?
Yeah, they don't do daylight savings time or anything.
They do
so-
not.
Weirdos.
But so tonight we are bleh. Complete stutter there. Tonight we're talking about games based on books or inspired by books. Fun. We are going to split it up a little bit because I know that that list is ridiculously long. So we are going to talk about direct adaptations such as like The Witcher series, Metro 2033, Sherlock Holmes games. You're inspired by, e.g. your Bioshocks, your Alice Madness Returns, your narrative crossovers like Baldur's Gate and D&D. And we're also going to chuck in board game and tabletops. Because why not?
Ooh, very nice.
So, who knows of a book based on a game? What?
Yes.
Yes.
Who?
Who indeed? Direct adaptations, good, bad, and all the in-betweens. Go.
Witcher
Based on a
is
game?
No, but Witcher is a fairly good adaptation as far as I can tell
Witcher
from
is
the
a
books
very
I've read
good
so far, at least.
adaptation.
Yeah, but the author disagrees, and I don't know why.
I have a feeling I remember that being something about him selling the rights for too little, and then they made a lot of money with the games, and he wasn't very happy about it.
That could be it, but yeah. So yeah. Either way, no, not he. The Witcher is a good adaptation. Like it works, brings the world to life through a game. Middling. Oh god, I seem to remember. Technically, Metro 2033 is a middling adaptation because it gets the world right, but the events are fucked in the world. I don't know of any bad adaptations.
Eragon.
Help.
See,
Oh,
I
I never
enjoyed
played
the
that.
Aragon game. I
I
sort of enjoyed it. Like, it's not
It's not good.
like not good, but it's still an enjoyable game.
Yeah, the good versus entertaining.
It's like the movie.
Yes. Yeah,
Harry
it's an
Potter game.
entertaining hour and a half. If
I got
poor.
nothing.
Golem was a bad one, so I've heard.
Oh, Gollum, yeah.
Yeah.
Very bad, yeah.
Technically, if we wanna go just full adaptation, the what are they called? The Shadows of Mordor games
Yes.
Yeah.
are probably just bad adaptations because they kind of screw over the source material a
But
bit.
if you go for the PC PS2 original Lord of the Rings games, they were fucking brilliant.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
they were.
I want
Yeah,
those
they
back.
were really
I've
good.
heard
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings are fairly good. I haven't played them myself, but I've heard good things.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings games are fucking amazing. Like the old school. That feels so
I
wrong
figured y'all would
saying.
start off with one of the biggest, most popular ones.
Harry Potter?
No.
Okay,
But
carry on.
also,
I
yes.
was gonna say that Lego
The
Harry Potter.
Pioneer, one of the
Xbox
main
at school.
escalades in first-person shooters.
Mm.
Halo.
Oh,
Halo, yes.
Halo.
Halo was a book series.
Gears of War as well.
Yep.
Oh, I had a whole friggin'
Like,
list earlier.
I've not read the Gears of War books,
Yeah, I will admit I haven't
Parasite
read
Eve.
them, but
That's another one.
we
but
can
the
take
Parasite
those
games,
books for major
games are
developments within
Oh,
the
wait.
gaming.
Parasite Eve, was that a manga before?
I think so. I know it came up in my research.
Yeah, they do
Parasite
comic
Eve,
book counts as well.
Halo, and
no, Spider-Man. That's comics.
does technically
No,
count.
no,
does
that
technically
counts.
count.
Spider-Man
Yeah,
2 for
alright,
PlayStation
alright.
2. Oh,
Technically, we could have a 2-hour conversation about all of the Lego games, because
Yep.
Yeah.
a lot of them
Wait,
are based on
Uh,
bookish source material.
Yeah.
so,
Yes, this is true.
so Halo was a game before it was books.
No.
No.
According to Google, it says that the
The book
novel
was
is based
released.
on the series of video games. Based on the
The book
2012
was
game.
written as the game was being made.
Oh, is it a
Oh.
2001 A Space Odyssey thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Then.
I love that. That's cool.
So how do we classify that one? Because it says if they were being made at the same time.
No,
I would probably say not a direct adaptation, probably an inspired by.
Yeah. Was like a side running thing. Whatever the phrase is.
No, my cheese! Leave my cheese alone!
Hogwarts Legacy is an interesting one, because obviously it is based on bookish source material, but isn't technically a direct adaptation of the book.
If I'm not mistaken, it's like 200 years before Harry Potter actually happened.
No, exactly. But it's obviously the same world. We do
Right.
have some level of some of the same characters. I believe some of the ghosts
The Blacks
appear,
are there.
and
The
obviously you
Weasleys
have
are there.
the family lines. So, but it's not. It's almost a mix between direct adaptation and inspired by.
Sorry, is she trying to eat your breadsticks? Is that what
No,
she's
she's
after?
trying to get to my soft cheese with my breadsticks.
Cheese.
Oh.
Yes.
Une has a
I
cat
love that.
on her table, and she is being so adorably like, "Hello, I am the cutest cat imaginable.
Feed
You
her
have
cheese.
snacks."
That's cats, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but she's being uncharacteristically like,
Aggressive.
yeah.
I like that Akuma seems to have trigger words. Like when you say Lego, he yells out Lego. When you say cheese, he yells out cheese.
Yeah.
Akuma is a simple
I
being.
don't think that's a trigger word, but I hear what you're saying.
This is fucking simple.
What more? June has an entire game series which follow
Is that
the
the Spice Wars?
and there's an no wait, Spice Wars is the RTS game, right? Isn't it?
I think it's also a video game.
No,
Oh, I know.
RTS.
Oh, yeah, my brain heard
You-
TTRPG for some reason.
Yeah, no. That follows the story of June
Herbs
fairly
is-
well, I seem to remember.
Ferbs is posting in the VC chat, by the way, about the Halo book.
There is also there is a Song of Ice and Fire, the video game.
Mm-hmm. There
What?
is.
Oh yeah, there's two
That must have flopped.
two other ones as well. The Telltale Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that
Oh,
Telltale.
okay.
There's also another one for the 360, but I've not played it.
Walking Dead, but that's a
Walking
TV
Dead,
Yeah.
series.
technically, no, but doesn't that also have
It's a
No,
game
yeah,
as
no,
well.
no,
a graphic
no, no.
novel?
Yeah, Walking Dead was a graphic novel that became a TV series and also a
Games.
There was
yes, but
also
that game
Dante's
is
Inferno.
Direct
very
adaptation,
That's a
right?
game.
no. Wait, so Walking Dead is absolutely inspired by because it follows another story.
There is Dante's Inferno, the video game.
We do
Which
not
is-
talk about Dante's Inferno, the video game.
Exists. Hey, I'm gonna let you guys have fun. You get to rank them in a bit.
Oh, yay.
Does that mean we have to talk about Dante's Inferno, the video game?
It's in my list.
I
so-
don't want to talk about Dante's Inferno, the
Then
video
you
game.
could put it in F.
I demand a category that is lower than F, please.
Okay, I'll add one just for you.
So comic book games count, right?
Yeah.
Add
Batman
row
Arkham
below. And I'm just gonna
I
call
think you
it
can just call it. Yeah,
Eli.
I think you. No, you can just call it Dante's Inferno, the game.
No, I'm calling it Eli.
Calling it Eli.
Yep.
You. That means I'm the lowest rank. That's just rude.
You want to rank things lower than the lowest, so it gets named after you.
That's fucking rude.
Eli rank.
You brought it on yourself.
Yep. Don't know why you keep walking into these things. Absolutely, it's getting
I
renamed Eli
suddenly
Copter.
want to request a genre that's like higher than S tier.
It's Eli Copter Airspace.
It's double S. And triple S.
No, I haven't gone that far. We've
Have you
literally
never
just-
played
We've
the
got S,
video
A,
games?
B, C, D, F, and Eli Copter.
Yeah, we need a higher than S.
So apparently,
It's already
Gears of
here.
War was also written after the game.
Yep.
So yeah, moving on to inspired by. Inspired by. Obviously the.
Assassin's Creed. No, no.
No,
Assassin's
actually,
Creed.
Assassin's Creed is yes. That was
Yeah.
in my list. I've got Bioshock,
I'm just looking. I'm looking through my games. as
no,
well.
Alice
wait,
Madness
wait.
Returns, and Assassin's
Wait,
Creed.
can I have a question about Bioshock? Are we seriously going inspired by Ayn Rand? Is that what
Yes.
we're going for with Bioshock?
Yes, apparently,
fair-
according to my
okay.
research, yes.
Okay, fair enough.
You can also, this is where you can start to bring in things like God of War, you can bring in World of Warcraft, you can bring in Final Fantasy, because they are all inspired by books.
Yes.
Lots of
Yes,
books,
they are.
but books. And we were going to have Zara on to come and talk about WoW, but unfortunately she's not been able to make it tonight.
Umps.
Un momento.
And we do have obviously our resident Feffer.
Yes, but
Did
he's
you get a
being very,
Deadpool in
very
there? 'Cause
quiet.
I mentioned Deadpool.
He's being very, very
Oh yeah,
quiet.
Deadpool has a game.
It does. I mean,
Yeah.
technically,
That's
a
so
good
good.
chunk of the Marvel
There's a few.
have
Yeah,
games, and then obviously, of course,
What
you've
about
also
those, like-
got Batman and the Arkham Knight stuff, and
What about Marvel Rivals?
I was about to say.
No.
go to bed.
Well, that's more
Go to
There's
bed.
also
based
got
on
No, it's
Cinematic
inspired
universe.
by. Inspired
Well,
by.
fair enough.
there's also got Goosebumps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
Ooh,
Forgot about
I
that.
Also,
think
all of
that-
the Disney games.
well,
Game's
all of
kinda
the
ass,
D&D games.
Yeah, D&D.
Also true.
Lion King.
The Lion King game. No, Hercules, the game was brilliant.
And also,
Aladdin on the NES.
and also just to mix Disney and Final Fantasy together, Kingdom Hearts.
True. Very true.
Wait, going back to the D&D game.
Which
D&D didn't start
D&D
off as a
game?
book, right?
D&D is
Yes.
inspired by Lord of the Rings.
D&D is inspired by a
D&D is
lot of
inspired by
things,
lo-
but yes.
Oh.
But most specifically,
Okay.
the reason it exists
Yes.
is because of Lord of the Rings.
All right. Then, fine.
In fact, actually, a good chunk of fantasy games can actually say that they attribute existing to Lord of the Rings.
And many of them actually say that too.
Yeah.
I didn't
But are we
say that
looking for
Final Fantasy
inspired
was
by or,
based
like,
on a
directly?
novel. I said that Final Fantasy is inspired by books.
I had this exact same conversation
I
with
don't
her
know actually
earlier.
know.
Yes, because there is a difference between a direct adaptation, i.e. The Witcher, where there is a series of books made into an exact game, and inspired by, where you could basically cover anything that has any level of mythology in it, because it was all in books.
Mhm.
Which is why I created categories. So we had direct adaptations, inspired by, crossovers, board games.
I'd say Metro 2033 fits better in inspired by.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it is called a direct adaptation.
Yes, they no. Just no. My genre of books, just no. The games do not follow the books.
Okay. Fair enough.
Am I able to say one?
Solid.
So, what about the Tom Clancy's games?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Tom Clancy's
that's
Rainbow
good.
Six Siege.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've got that one was a movie as well.
Yep. Well, we've had
but-
movies,
but-
we've had TV shows for Tom Clancy's stuff.
There's the
What
newest.
about James Bond?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
GoldenEye.
ooh.
Yeah.
It's a funny one, because do you say for that it is based on the books, or do you say that it's based on the movies, which are somewhat based on the books?
But even if
So
it's based on Golden, I never played GoldenEye. Too long ago.
GoldenEye is absolutely based on the
Old game.
movie. It's a direct rip. But we have Agent Under Fire and Night Something, which aren't based on any books, but they're
If-
loosely
if we're just
based
going off
on
the-
James Bond.
Looks like the first James Bond book was 1953.
Yep.
Yes.
Really?
Technically,
Mass
any
Effect.
game after that you could say is inspired by the first.
Yeah, but GoldenEye was loosely based on the books,
That's why.
and then
That's
the
what I'm saying.
GoldenEye game is based on the movie more than the book.
No, it's a direct rip of the movie. Direct rip of the movie. Follows it plot beat by plot beat. What was the first?
Casino Royale was the first James Bond book
Was it?
in 1953.
Now I want to know when the first book or the book I thought was the first book.
Which one did you think was first?
Well, see, I read them in Swedish, so
Helpful.
you need to give me a second.
I got one again.
Go on then.
You got Liza P, and that's Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Fucking phenomenal game.
I love that game so much.
Holmes?
Again, Sherlock Holmes is a great one.
Mhm.
Very great one. It's quite funny actually, because when I started researching this, there was a Reddit article that came up that said there aren't a lot of games based on books, and the guy was going on about being like, you know, there really aren't that many sort of direct adaptations, and the comments were like, list. Next comment, list. Next comment, list. And then he was like, okay, but...
Do you even read, my dude?
But then, like,
or
the
do you
inspired
even
buys, and they were like, list. And list. And you were like, yeah, okay. You could actually probably be here all day.
Dr. No was the first book I read. And that's 1958.
Ah, here, there was a second or third?
Hmm.
Can't remember how many...
It's very
no,
much,
it wasn't, sorry, it was the sixth.
Yeah, see, it's very much written like it's the first book in the series, and I can't really explain
Yeah, no,
how.
Fleming was an interesting writer.
Hmm.
Very interesting writer.
Because I read a couple of other Bond books during that time, and they did not feel like the first book in the series.
No.
So yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to board game and tabletop adaptations. Really pad out.
D&D.
Lord of the Rings.
But tabletop to game, right?
No.
No. Book to
No,
tabletop.
book to tabletop.
Oh,
Okay, so
Harry Potter,
you have
Hogwarts
any
Battle.
Monopoly.
Yeah, you've got the Dresden Files role-playing game. There's
we
the
already
One
did
Ring.
D&D. We can do Pathfinder, which is basically the same. What's the Cthulhu
Call
game?
of Cthulhu.
Thank
Like,
you.
Shadowrun as well, isn't it? Or
And
Shadowrun, yeah.
Horror and Shadows of Brimstone. I think.
Is
There is
it
also-
the
there's a,
house on the
there's a-
hill or whatever it's called?
There's a
also
board game
based
called
on-
The Good Society, which is based on Jane Austen books.
Yes,
Oh?
Alrighty
right.
then.
I forgot that one. It looked kind of fun.
I'm actually
We have
quite
to
looking
solve
forward
the
to seeing
board
what
game.
you think of that the card game we've got on the website.
I mean,
That looks really
technically, Magic the Gathering, because of the amount of crossovers it's had with different series.
What about all
Yeah.
the Monopoly with teams then?
Themed
all the
Monopoly.
Monopolies.
I'd probably say no on
It's its
Monopoly
own thing.
because that would be a
Alright.
theme, not because of a book.
Yeah, okay, no, fair.
Monopoly, it's its own thing. It just
Monopoly is
exists
its
in a
own
vacuum.
universe.
Mhm. Monopoly universe must be insane.
Have you
I
not
don't-
heard
I
the
don't want
canon
it-
law for the Monopoly universe?
Everybody knows.
I don't
No,
even
I have
want to
not.
look
is
it
in
up.
charge.
Yeah, the top hat had an affair with the iron, and then the dog got pissed off and tried to sue.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
It sounds
What
like
books have
Duolingo
you
word.
read that you think would make a brilliant game?
Mistborn is the immediate go-to.
I've got something for you on that. There is actually a
They've been
Stormlight
talking about
Archives
it.
game coming out. I think
Yeah.
it's next year. It
I
said
know
today.
there's a TTRPG
Yes.
that might have the thingy universe. I forgot what they've called it. It begins with a C.
Cosmere.
Cosmere, that's it. So I know there's the Cosmere TTRPG coming out.
Yep.
But I mean like an actual,
Video game.
I mean, yes, like a first-person RPG. Or not first-person RPG, but a fucking single-player RPG. There we go.
Purely out of,
Would
of
be fucking
bit of
wonderful.
interest.
I
Interesting
would
fact
love
for
to
you.
see the games the gold plays.
I was about to say that. That would
Yeah.
be so
Yeah, the
interesting.
Crucible. I think would
small
Sorry,
fact
Buzz,
regarding the Cosmere RPG. It is actually the number 3 most funded Kickstarter project of all time.
Yeah, that
I'm
does
not
not
even
surprise me in
surprised.
the slightest.
Pre-orders are now
I
open.
apologized.
And it actually
Well,
looks quite good.
I don't know why no one has said this until now, but For Fucking Wing?
Excuse me, you can't say we haven't said
I
this.
don't know.
Burnt Out Vet and I
Hold on, hold
are
on.
building it.
Hold on, no,
Right.
no, but, no,
Not
hold
on
on.
stream.
You could,
actually
you could
found-
take this.
wait.
No, but you could take this multiple ways. Are you talking like a fourth wing RPG? Are you talking like a fourth wing battle
I
royale?
don't.
No, no,
where
no.
you
So,
no.
So
no,
Burnout
I
Vet and I
don't
decided,
care.
we decided the other day that we're going to game dev this. And we're going to make it like God of War. So properly cinematic video game.
No, I still think a battle royale, and it's essentially the
No.
All the characters.
Nope.
Mhm.
We're doing.
Yep.
You've got to
No,
go
no.
through. You've got to do the gauntlet. You've got to do the parapet. You've got to bond with your dragon. Whole 9 yards.
The way you do
I
this.
actually found a Cards Against Fourth Wing game on
There is
TikTok.
a Cards Against Fourth Wing. There's also an
Okay,
actual
yeah.
one.
But
Alright.
okay, so the solution you run with this game is you do you go the Hogwarts Legacy route. You keep the world, you do all the things, but you don't set it in the same time.
Cards Against Muggles.
There is a Cards Against Muggles too.
I have that. It's so much fun.
It's like, how far back do you go in a certain universe? At what point does it just not be the same universe as what you're talking about?
I mean, technically, with Fourth Wing, you could go back to the First War and do it that
I think
way.
that would be super cool. Yeah.
I think it would too.
So yeah, no, I definitely think it would be interesting. I agree with you, Nay. I'd like to see the games gods play as a game. I think that would work quite well
Yeah, I think so too.
with the Crucible and everything. I think it would be really cool with all the different challenges.
Especially since it's been ongoing for millennia.
You can like choose different equipments. Oh, be so cool.
Yeah, and you can build on that game so much if you had it, because since you have a Crucible every 100 years, that's a lot of opportunities to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And 12 different challenges each time.
I will say I am somewhat surprised there hasn't been an attempt at a Hunger Games
There has.
video game.
I was just thinking that, like,
I mean,
you know,
they're
got
kind of.
a film.
I think
what's the
that's
game
just called every battle royale game. Period.
No,
No, there's one
exactly. That's
specific
like
I'm trying to think of.
No, but you could pick
Still-
any battle
still
royale
Minecraft
game.
with
The
a different
principle
one.
is the
mm,
the principle is the same. Like
Well, you do have the Brand Steely's Hunger Game Simulator.
okay. Did you say Hunger Game Simulator or
Yes.
Hug a Game Simulator?
Definitely hug a game.
Hunger Games.
No, definitely hug a game.
Simulators.
Go hug your games, people. Go hug your games.
They deserve hugs.
They do. We
Oh
shout
my
at them all the
God.
time. They deserve hugs.
Roblox has a
Games
Hunger
came out.
Games. Survive Roblox Hunger Games.
Oh no.
Oh my
Minecraft
God.
had it first. You even
Culling.
had Bacon Canadian and all them playing Hunger Games when it came out.
Listen. Do you guys know the game The Culling?
Yes.
Mm,
I feel like that's very much a Hunger Games adaptation.
Mm.
okay,
More
yeah.
than just a battle royale.
Yes.
mm,
Yep.
Okay, so what do you think makes a good adaptation of a book into a game?
It's
Think
it's
it's
like
source
you gotta
material.
you gotta feel like you're in the book.
Or, well, in the same universe.
Yeah.
Earlier the book.
So
So
there
to
has to be
speak.
some level of faithfulness.
Yeah.
but not just some level. For me, if you're going to, it depends how you're going to take it. If you're going to take the universe, then you have free reign to work within that universe and exist however you want. So like Hogwarts Legacy did. It took the universe and it built a story within that we recognized some of the characters, but ultimately it was some of the history and whatnot, but ultimately it was its own thing. Whereas if you were to take I mean, you look at The Witcher where you're following a very specific character and their story. In that instance, you have to be faithful to their experiences and the book rather than just to the universe. So I think it depends on how you're gonna sort of play it, because the idea of taking a character, a pre-existing, well-written character and a well-written story, and then going, you know what, fuck the author, I'm just gonna do it no, don't fucking mess with it. If you're gonna make an adaptation of a specific character's journey, be faithful to it.
So apparently, the Hunger Games Girl on Fire was released along with the first film.
That was a game. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there was a game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I think should be adapted into a novel? Fucking
Oh, the
Raid
other way
Shadow
around.
Legends. Yeah.
Did you say
Skip
Raid Shadow Legends as a
yes,
novel?
I did. That was meant to be a joke. I was expecting more of a response to that.
Yes, the response is as in no.
Okay, so where do games improve on books or fail them?
When they add to the story.
They add visual, like, you know what I mean. When you describe something in a book, it's like, you know, your mind goes wild, but it might be different from someone else's mind. But when you show it in when you talk about a car chase and then you see it with explosions and stuff, you're like, wow, this is.
But I think that's a double-edged sword, because at that point you reach a stage of like, okay, now I know what the author was after, and I know what the dev is. Now that image is there, it's very hard to then stray away from it, because you've been given kind of the barrier. Whereas without that, you can be as wild and creative as you want.
I also like just reading from the book, because then you can ask other people's opinions and get their variation from it.
Mm.
So
yeah, I think
sorry,
I
didn't mean to interrupt.
I think I have the same problem with video games as I do with films being made from books. Is a big part of it is you have an idea in your head, and I think sometimes the film or the game can kind of ruin that
or fall short from it.
If they presented a character is their presentation, and you've had an image in your head of how they look and act and stuff, or how they might sound or whatever.
Like, again, I have like Witcher. I think is such a fantastic example of doing it right, because I think they did such a great job of making Geralt and all other surrounding characters exactly what you expected them to be. The TV show, not quite as much. Not going to say anything about Cavill, because he did a masterful job, but I do have my opinions on other characters.
From what I understand with Henry Cavill on The Witcher, he was actually instructing them how to do it, which I thought was very nice.
I was just about to bring that up. Yeah,
fan that he was
that's
like,
why
this
he...
is the source material. We will use
that's
the
why
source
he,
material.
Yeah, that's why he.
Yeah,
that's why he
stepped down as Geralt.
Yeah.
Because they weren't following the
now
story.
we're getting
But there's actually
Baby Hemsworth.
But now that there was
That's
a
sad.
story recently with an article, and it was they're making a God of War TV show, and the guy making it,
Has
who
never
looks to
played
be
the
in
game.
his 40s or 50s, age doesn't really matter here. But when you're sat there going, well, these aren't the games I grew up with. I've never played the game. I tried for 5 minutes, but I can't use those type of controllers, so I just haven't played it. And it's like, well, fuck you then. Don't make the game.
Yeah, no, specifically said, that's my food has arrived 15 minutes early.
We will continue the conversation without you.
I will rebuke. We'll go for a 5-minute break, and then we'll be good to go.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
But yeah.
So we'll see you in 5.
Bye.
Watch dads.
now Ari is back, and we've run
We
7
have
minutes.
returned.
What did you get food-wise?
Oh no, it's food
It
shopping.
was an Asda shop.
Food shopping.
Oh, fucking Asda stuff. I thought you was having a takeaway.
No, sadly not.
Nah.
I wish I was having a takeaway.
I wish I could afford a takeaway.
Well,
to
I
be
wanted
honest.
those fish and chips from earlier.
We could have had the
'Cause they
fish and
smell
chips.
amazing.
You decided you wanted to go by Greg's.
No, we couldn't because it's unfair for me and you to buy something and not buy the kids something because they're being pricks.
So either way,
Absolutely
we were talking about talking about something else. I think maybe.
Ranking.
Would you?
No, we were stuck. We were in a
doing.
conversation.
Where do games improve on books or fail them?
Yes. And I had a fail, which is like it's tied to the what do you look for in a good game, right? Or in a good adaptation. Most often, when a game fails and you go, no, this is not a good adaptation, it's because they screw up the feel of the world, not necessarily the characters, but the world. It doesn't feel like you're in Hogwarts.
Mm-hmm.
But does that come from? Would you say that comes from the? Okay, I need to find the right way to phrase this. I do apologize. I'm running on such little sleep. My brain is
okay.
dead.
It's fine.
Is that, do you think, just like the gameplay aspect of it? So, like, you look at Hogwarts Legacy and running around and essentially spamming RB the entire time, whichever trigger button it was, to scan for the fucking paintings and shit. Do you find, or did you actually find that it was more like the story beats were somewhat?
Both. It's both. So, like, I like some repetitive gameplay. I didn't play Hogwarts Legacy, but I know it's a good example. But like, I can say, even though I will say that Metro 2033 is inspired by, I still think it's a good adaptation because it feels like that world. And that is everything from communications to visuals to not necessarily story beats because the story diverges, but like the story feels believable in that world.
Mm-hmm.
As well as like gunplay, general gameplay, the fact that you have to I was gonna say pump your flashlight, but I rev it up, I guess.
Wind up.
Wind up. Thank you.
I think, yeah, I think there's more.
Oh, that was horrific. What is going on with you today?
Hedra was fine.
I think
Everything else is
scale.
a demon.
I think scale is very important.
Mm.
I think it's one of the things, and that is, if you're going to describe something in the book a very specific way, and you're going to have it be this monstrous thing that you're like, for whatever reason, you look at The Witcher, and some of the creatures are like 7, 8, 9, 10 foot tall.
Mm-hmm.
And if you then place that in the environment and it's barely taller than Geralt, and you kind of look at it and you're like, this just doesn't have the same like perspective. It doesn't have the same sort of stakes are involved in things, and I think that can really play a big issue. One of the things I love, and I know it's not an adaptation, but I look at a game that does it incredibly well. The Monster Hunter series, like World and Wilds, the size and scale of the creatures on that, the sounds that they make and everything, all play into the feel of it. And if you want to bring that directly from a book, you have to really sit down and study the detail of the things that you're putting in and go, okay, is this like accurate to the feel of it? And it would actually be quite interesting. I don't know how the focus groups work and the play tests and everything, but it would actually be quite funny if like the initial testing is done by like readers who also play the games, because I think that'd be a really good way for game developers to be like, have we captured this properly?
Yeah, does this feel right?
Yeah.
I think for me, I have the same issue with video games that I do with films and TV shows. If you're going for a direct copy, like we had with The Witcher, where you're still allowed a very small amount of artistic license, but you have a source material, you are working from the source material, you need to be faithful to it, and that covers so many aspects. It's the characters, it's the world building, it's like if you visit, say, like Kaer Morhen, and they've described it in the book a certain way, and then you turn up in a video game and it doesn't look anything like it, like not even close, I'm gonna be like, well, what?
This is not Kaer Morhen.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, I agree.
So yeah, I think there's a level of this is cool. Take your artistic license, and you've just done whatever the fuck you wanted. Okay.
I think the other thing is that, and it's almost like and I think it's getting better, and I think it's something that is going to come as sort of, I'd say, the quality of technology improves, but as we try to bring games into even more detail graphically, when in like old, you look at the love and the attachment like Final Fantasy VII, it's not a very pretty game, the original, and yet the characters still feel incredibly loved and well-rounded and engaging and everything. And as we get more graphically inclined, and we're getting the faces of people without the expressions. And it's something that we were talking about, Claire Obscura, they do it very well, is that they have the microfacial expressions in there where someone will like side-eye someone and be like you can read the kind of intent of the what they're trying to do just through their face. I think the other thing is also like writing. If you have someone, it's the whole did you put your name in the goblet of fire type situation of, you know, if it's said one way in the book, it needs to be said a certain way. And I find that one of the worst culprits of that is where there's like an awkward moment and games don't really know how to like use awkward silences. Is something I've noticed so much of. Like, there can never be there can be accidental awkward moments where there's just a really bad like graphical glitch or like something just hasn't been coded in properly. But I think yeah, no, 100%. But again, I think there needs to be, if you're going, depending on the type of game you're going for, if you're going for a single player sort of RPG experience, which a lot of these games are, and you're having these close-ups of these characters that, as technology got better, graphically their faces becoming more detailed and we're trying to get a more realistic look to them. If you then don't have the expressions to go with it and the kind of specific way a character might speak or act or communicate or move even, that can really throw it off. And yeah, it's I think that can be a downside. So having a book presented visually can make it more immersive for someone who is a visual, like who experiences things visually rather than having the kind of imagination to explore it all. But I think also that that real presentation of image can be somewhat disappointing and lackluster if done improperly.
Why? Interesting. Trying to fight with something a second.
Fair enough.
Trying to think of because it wasn't the new Spider-Man games really well.
I'm gonna hop off here. I hope you guys have some fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
But yeah, they were really well received, weren't they?
They were really well done. Like, I remember playing the original PlayStation 2 Spider-Man 2, which back then was like one of the best adaptations of Spider-Man because the web scrolling felt so good. Like, it all felt good. And I think with the new one, they are more protective. Like, they are less harsh with like mistakes and stuff, but they still do a really good job at making it feel right.
Yeah,
and that's very
because
difficult
like
with a lot of these games.
Yeah, because one of the big things with that was like the web swinging felt really good, and that kind of was really reflective of but I think also his personality and his attitude and the way he was voiced as well really helped.
Oh, 100%, yeah. And especially with introducing Miles,
yeah,
with the newer one, it's done so well.
But I'm trying to think of other sort of
other ones where it's done well. I mean, I'm thinking of like video games like Batman, with the fighting is very important, and you really feel like you're powerful, like you feel
there's
like
a
you're
lot
Batman.
of there's a lot of it's like stop on hit animation, isn't it? Is that what it's called? Eli, you might know this better than me. To create the like the feeling
Eli's
of
like,
impact when you
Oh yeah.
and yeah, when you know when you hit something in a game and there's
It's
like
just-
that slight like pause as you hit something and then you follow through with it to create that feeling of impact. I think Batman does that like really well.
Does in the
Yeah, Batman does that really well. Yeah.
yeah, and it's
especially with like finishers.
There's a good word for it, but I can't find it. But yeah, it's basically a small pause to communicate
emphasize
the
impact.
Yeah, communicate, emphasize. Yeah. Before we do the tier list, we have been told to hydrate and to check our posture. My posture is trash.
I'm currently hydrating. I have a bottle of water.
I turned my light on.
I have mangoes.
Protecting my eyes. I've eaten so much today. I've just been on a.
I eat like 3 mangoes. Does that count as hydration?
Yes.
Yes. No.
I was like, I am so tired.
I changed my mind. No, it doesn't count. Drink water.
The only thing I can do to keep myself awake is eat. It's literally
Oh,
where
I
I've
hate
been
those
this afternoon.
days.
Of just
I
like
hate
I have no energy to do anything, but I need to do something. So you know what I'm gonna do? Fucking stuff my face with whatever I can find, and just hope for the best.
We do also, by the way, we have new emojis.
Alright, I was supposed to use the new mimosas.
Yeah, you gotta use the new emojis.
The
Like
mimosas.
speak.
Yeah, new mimosas. P.
What is the Boo 127?
It's because you have to have a like a prefix, so it's the Bookwyrms Lair, and it just gave the Boo, and then it gives you random numbers. So we went from Libra 34 to the Boo 127.
That's fantastic.
You change it.
And yes, you can now rep your squads.
Can you?
Yep.
Yes.
That's what the
Oh,
butterfly.
but only if you are subscribed.
But that's true of every channel every time.
Yeah, no, I'm not judging. I just
No.
get money.
Actually,
I heard Ari's
Yeah.
and tried
I
to shut
cannot
that
use the Celestial book or the Glow book.
down. No, you can't.
Good night,
Speaking
Ems.
of
Night, no, you can't because it's bits.
Wait, why are some of them? Huh?
Why are some of them what?
Oh, that's probably just on my screen. They're like so weirdly oriented on my screen.
Yeah, no,
and
they
some of
are
them
for some
I
reason.
can't
No,
even
the
see.
Unes are as well. The dragon book, the butterfly, and the gem,
They
and that
look-
are like over.
They're overlapping.
Yeah, weird. It is a butterfly,
Some
by the
just
way.
don't exist.
Yeah,
It is.
well,
It's
Definitely a
Or-
butterfly.
You can keep telling yourself that, Ari.
It's a butterfly. It's on the back of the fucking t-shirt. It's a butterfly. It's on the website. It's a butterfly.
I mean, if I see it when it's larger, I can see that it is a butterfly. But when it's tiny like that, it sure as fuck doesn't look like it's just a butterfly.
Because you're missing the detailing.
It looks like a chicken.
It doesn't look like a
Huh?
chicken.
You sweet innocent child. We'll go with it looks like a chicken.
It doesn't look.
Where's the chicken?
Oh, it also looks
No,
like
just-
one of them rabbit toys.
No.
We're gonna go with that too. Can we move on now to the tier list?
Y'all suck.
the before we do move on, actually, has anyone played the new Dune game that came out?
No.
No.
Is it good?
I haven't watched the films.
I don't know. This is the thing.
Oh.
There's it's meant to be like a open world survival-esque RPG. So you have to survive in the deserts, and there are the giant sandworms that will come and fuck you up, and they're fucking huge.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, no, it looks quite good actually. But one of the and I think this is kind of what it can be, little things like this that will sort of make a game just in general feel more alive, and then like that adds to the quality of the adaptation. They've got something with the environment where instead of like the footsteps just disappearing after a while, the sand is constantly blowing, and so the sand just kind of blows over the footsteps, and they just gently, bit by bit, disappear. And it's just little things like that that make a world feel a bit more
On
sort
that
of
note,
alive.
I hope they have the irregular step movement so you do not get eaten by the giant ass fucking worms. That'd be cool.
I don't know how you deal with that. I don't know if there's safe areas or
dancing across the screen.
Yeah, they could have safe words. I don't know.
You have safe
Okay.
words, okay.
Should we rank some games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, ranking.
So we have S, A, B, C, D, F, helicopter. And we're gonna start with Assassin's Creed.
Wait, can I ask what we're ranking
Are we
based
going
on?
by
Is it like-
series or by
Are we going on how
like individual
good it's
game?
adapted, or how good the game is by itself, or
how well it's adapted?
How good? Yeah, the book part's kind of important. Otherwise, we're just randomly ranking games, and then I've picked some really weird games to rank.
I just don't know the source material of most of these.
So that's fine. You'll probably
I
know
like
more than you
Assassin's
think. Assassin's Creed obviously is a series overhaul because it's not one game based on one book. It is multiple games taking inspiration from multiple books. So.
Well, no, there's one book for each game.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Origins is one, Black Flag's one, first one's one.
Okay, would you like to
so on.
go on
Although
then?
Ezio's
Akuma,
got
pick
three.
an Assassin's Creed game and we'll rank it.
Okay, Origins.
Black Flag.
I said
Black
Akuma, and
Yeah,
two
go with-
people who
okay.
answered were not Akuma.
I did not hear Akuma. I'm sorry.
We'll go with the most liked one, Black Flag.
Okay.
Okay.
And where are we ranking Black Flag?
B tier.
S.
Oh dear.
We got S and B.
So A.
So A.
No, I'm seconding B.
Yeah, it's B tier. It's definitely
It's
not
two
bad, but
S's
it's not
and two
like
B's.
game of
That
the
keeps
year.
it in A. Okay.
Wait, where's the second S?
Akuma and someone
I
else
thought
said
Akuma
S.
said helicopter.
No, he said top tier.
He said top tier.
Oh,
Someone said S. I heard
S.
S.
someone
There you go.
SAS.
There you go. See,
Okay.
2 and 2. Average is A. We
Okay.
have
Yes.
Arkham
Belong in
Horror,
A.
the
Then I'm gonna
board
go down
game.
to C because it does not belong in A.
No,
I don't think. No,
will
no,
say
stop.
What?
We are not
right,
allowed.
okay,
no,
hang on, right, no,
We
we're
are
gonna
not
do it.
allowed
No,
to
this is
change
how
your
we're
vote.
going to do this, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
You all have access to VC chat.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say the game. You are gonna put the letter that you want it in VC chat.
Alright, let me get my phone. Hold on.
No, Tarn, not twice. Fuck off.
Ah, now I'll slap the fucking shit at you.
I haven't read the books.
We
I haven't
don't-
played the games.
Tarn, we don't have an SS. We just have S. Okay, so we have S, 3 S's, a B and a C.
Still average A.
It's still averages A. Ass. Okay.
How does that average S? That averages like a. Wait.
Because it would actually technically
I'm getting
average an
lost.
S minus,
B
and I
plus.
don't have that as an option.
No, that would average like an A minus, not an S minus.
Which still means it's an A.
We are moving
Minus.
on to the next.
Arkham Horror. It is a board game.
No idea.
No
I've seen it
idea.
played. It looks fun, but I have not played it
It's-
myself, and I haven't read the
It
books.
is fun.
Okay, Liz, you sound like you have played it.
Yes.
Well, we're Essen.
Is it a good adaptation
adaptation
of
the
its
book?
book?
Of the comic?
I have no clue. I just know it's a fucking game.
Okay, well, Essen.
Hey!
This ought to be fun. Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, that's okay.
alright.
That's fuck it. I don't make me reach through this screen, boy.
Okay.
Baldur's Gate is just
Seriously, stop
such an
adding
incredibly
extra
good game.
S's. You just all sound like you have lisps.
I'm the
Thanks.
only one who can add extra S's.
Oh god, Akuma's turned into a snake. Okay, Baldur's Gate is getting an S.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate was.
You are
unreal.
wrong!
Bioshock.
Tyson. Bioshock.
Bioshock.
Oh, I mean.
Oh, Bioshock's good though. We're gonna all have it as S.
No,
No, we're not.
I think that's
No, we're
I think
not.
that's A tier. I think that's A
Also,
tier.
also, I don't. How many people have read fucking Ayn Rand?
Me.
Oh, good point. I've not read. I just like the game.
That's why I'm
Yes,
giving it a
but
C.
you can't vote
Well,
on
then I
if
can't
you
give an
liked
opinion
it.
on
No,
any
no, no,
of
no!
them.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! You can't vote for if the book. Sorry, the game is a
Fine.
good book adaptation if you haven't read the fucking book.
I haven't read the book.
I
I haven't
swear.
played the
Eli,
game,
then
but
I,
I
yeah, but
have
then
had it.
Eli, I have read the book and I disagree with your fucking A.
That's fine. Which part of Ayn Rand are we running? Like which book?
I don't fucking know.
Or are we doing all Ayn Rand?
All of it.
Like the okay. Why?
So it's gonna C for me. Which means
Okay,
it's good.
yes, but why?
Because
Why are you disagreeing with me?
I feel like it.
Sorry.
Because
too
you feel
annoying.
No,
like
to be
it.
fair,
Yeah,
I just
okay.
no, I just didn't actually
Yes.
think it was a very fantastic representation, and I just think probably actually because I think the game was better.
No, that's fair. Because the game was better, but I still think it's a good representation.
Adaptation.
Adaptation, representation, yeah, but adaptation. But either way, moving on.
Call of Cthulhu.
From my knowledge, it's B.
Hmm.
I am agreeing with B.
Yeah, I'm
for
gonna
Call of
probably
Cthulhu.
agree with that as well.
My memory might not serve me well, but I think
Super good game, by the way. Fucking phenomenal.
Eli's favorite that we all agree is obviously going S class, right? Dante's
Okay.
Inferno.
Okay.
never played it, never read it.
No, it is.
Yeah, I
actually-
don't know
it's
anything
pure-
about
Purely, is awful.
It is.
It is fucking
See,
terrible.
I have now written Eli Copter.
There you go.
I am the.
I wish I could pin that.
Someone start that message.
Okay. Done.
No.
We did
no,
it.
No.
By the way, it needs
no,
6 to make it onto the starboard, just so you know.
No.
4, 5,
Luckily, there's enough of us.
and
Hold on,
6.
hold on.
There we go.
There you go.
7.
Oh,
Dungeons
Where it
and
belongs.
Dragons.
Oh no.
S.
Wait, sorry.
No, I haven't played the game, so I don't know. I don't. I mean, that's just.
Yes, that thing. Right
Technically, it depends
Yeah,
on the
it's-
DM. Ultimately.
Yeah.
there. No. Okay,
That's
sorry.
why my
Let's be
brain broke.
clear here. Content of like the monster manuals and stuff like that, and their derivatives from Lord of the Rings. Not
X.
how does a DM make the game, but the
I'd
game
give it a-
itself.
Yeah, I'm gonna change mine to A then.
I'm saying yes anyway.
You poor 2014 Ranger players.
Asa.
No.
Dresden
The
Files.
fuck you mean, nuh-uh?
You're on a
Dresden
my client, please,
Files.
Oopsie Daisy.
I haven't played the game, so I don't know.
I think it's the role-playing game.
It is
Yeah,
a role-playing.
Russian
haven't
badger
seen
to
much
each
about
other.
it,
Is that
so-
what just happened?
Maybe.
Maybe. Secret.
But
under
then
the
again,
table high five.
I haven't heard anything bad about it.
Apparently.
I mean,
well,
is his filing system organized?
Apparently, it invokes the spirit of the books very well.
So,
Says who?
People who have played the game.
NoRerolls.co.uk.
Some random fucker on the
Reddit
internet.
also agrees that it evokes the spirits of the book very well. RPG.net also says that it does a very good job.
So
as does RPG
Could
Write-Ups.
that be for now?
Cannibal Halfling Gaming. Dice Monkey.
What,
Nose Stew.
excuse me.
I could do this all day.
Stop. What halfling gaming?
Cannibal.
Cannibal halfling.
Cannibal Halfling Gaming.
Okay.
Okay.
.com.
Just cool. Just double checking.
Do we want lore? I feel like we need lore.
Yeah, but surely a cannibal halfling only eats children because he needs kids' meals.
Bringing games and gamers together is the tagline, and here at Cannibal Halfling Gaming, we're committed to doing that by introducing and reviewing games, telling stories, providing material, giving advice, and anything else that will improve a reader's tabletop gaming experience. We hope that by doing this and by creating our own inclusive section of the greater tabletop gaming community, we can grow the hobby and honestly just put some more smiles on people's faces. Probably by threat of eating them if they're not happy.
Is this a shout out to a very unknown?
It is. Just purely from Google. Googling has led me to Cannibal Halfling Gaming.
What's the next one?
We actually haven't placed this one.
We've had Ab.
Oh, we said Ab. Ab. Okay.
Give it a B. Give it a B.
Dune. Spice Wars.
What?
So, from what I remember from
Dune.
that game,
Spice Wars.
It's probably an A, I think.
We're being very nice to these games.
Maybe they've done it well.
Ignoring Dune. Ignoring
last one?
Dante.
So we can tank it.
So we're going with A.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy XIV.
F2.
No.
I played it for 5 minutes, but I didn't read anything, so I have no opinion.
Fucking F tier.
I have to say it's an S for me.
I'm sorry. Lore-wise, I'm sorry. If you were talking about the use of mythos in the sort of development of the pantheons, and we're talking the representations of characters, and then how all of because we're including like lore books and shit in this, I assume, then like all of the fucking detail in that goes on to further expand on 90% of the stuff that's already in the game anyway, but this just gives you that further bit of information. Yeah, 100%. Some of the expansions were a big miss, but most of the expansions have been story-wise absolutely godly. So,
Well, we have a tie.
Between what? S and A?
Yep.
So
then give it A. If it's a tie, I think we have to put it on the lower one.
Yep.
Okay. Hogwarts Legacy.
I'm backing out because I haven't played the game.
But played it either.
Or played the games.
I mean, I kind of have to agree with Liz, because in terms of faithfulness to the source material,
It's awesome.
it's perfect.
If we're going purely,
I'm
for-
sorry.
I
but
read
no,
that
no,
as
no, no, no. Yes, I too read that as shit or like slut
Oh, no.
or something.
It's
You
S with stars. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yes. You do pluses. You just or many S's.
No, actually, no. I can actually say actually in the UK it's a star, an A star star. It's not a plus. It's an asterisk.
No,
Five minute stars
no.
gives
Wait,
one.
stop. I didn't say that other like countries don't do it that way. I'm saying to avoid confusion, you probably shouldn't go S and then 3 stars.
Like
Because that
What
is
stars?
that's the most
Not here
common
to
way of
avoid confusion.
censoring.
Yeah.
Which is
Good
why I
Society, the board game
So
by
better.
No fucking idea.
Jane Austen.
haven't played it, but it's supposed to be good.
It
Decent,
is supposed
at
to be
least.
good. I have to say this. I've looked at it for the website. It does look pretty fun.
I require more stars on this message. On a guy.
Which one?
I speak
When I
Japanese, so I
started.
don't know.
Oh, more stars for
Okay.
you.
I will give it a B because we don't actually know.
Get loose to the starboard.
Sorry, what game did you
Metro
say?
2033.
First game or game series?
I didn't play the game, I
First
read the
game.
book.
First game, then and that's the answer.
Okay. Shadow of Mordor.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with C.
You do realise if we get enough stars on the S star, we can get it on the starboard, right?
Yes,
It's
that's
on
what
the
I'm trying
starboard.
to do.
That's
There we
what
go.
Relay wants to do. Yes.
There we go.
Having book club is
Yes.
OP. You can get anything on the starboard.
You can not get anything on the starboard.
You can get anything.
I could also go and delete
Just
things
just
off the
quit.
starboard, so don't push me.
Like a
Oh, the
teacup.
abuse.
It's admin abuse, actually.
Well, admin abuse.
Don't drop me down to the lowly heights of a mod.
It's
I crawled
you,
my
you.
way up here. I shall have my deference, thank you. Technically, we don't have any mods. We have wardens
Smashing.
and sentinels and advisors.
Oh, but they are essentially moderators.
Yeah, but you say moderators, and I think of like Reddit mods, and we don't have any of those.
You don't want to associate with that.
So we got a C and a D for.
Fuck it, it's gonna
Morgan.
D.
Yep.
The One Ring.
Oh, that's a
TTRPG?
good corner.
It's the Gollum game?
I don't think so.
Because if it's a Gollum game, I know the answer.
It is the official tabletop role-playing game based on the works
Oh.
of J.R.R. Tolkien.
Okay, this is supposed to be super good, but I haven't played it. But it's supposed to be super good.
Beautifully
If it's-
illustrated, full hardcover manual presents Middle-earth as it was 20 years after Bilbo Baggins' remarkable disappearance and the unexpected return. So it's between The Hobbit and
Lord of the
Lord of the
Rings.
Rings. It is designed specifically to evoke the atmosphere of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. The game contains rules for creating heroes and sending them off on adventures in land threatened by growing shadow.
Just side
The
note.
reviews are incredibly positive. And I must say, I've somehow ended up on...
Hannibal Halfling Gaming. I guess?
No. Kroner. Kroner is KR.
Yeah, no, Swedish.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've
it
ended
is.
up on the Swedish website.
Cool.
Don't know how. It is stunning. I will say. You can buy the starter set for 538 kroner.
Cool. So about 40 quid?
Yeah, it's not actually too shabby for a board game.
No, it isn't.
on a
Speaking
Swedish
of, I don't know. What is the Swedish website called?
Freeleaguepublishing.com.
No
They
idea.
do quite a lot of
No.
games actually.
Yeah, I think I know of that website.
FAQ and contact. Give me some deets. Tell me about yourself.
So while Ari's doing that, Wheel
Ari's
of
just
Time
being
also
nosy.
has an RPG.
Do you know? So I started off with video games, and then I was like, no, I feel like I need to expand this into more than just video games, and so I made the mistake of asking ChatGPT, "Can you give me a list of board games and TTRPGs based on books?" And I thought I broke it because it went for so fucking long, and I specifically said no overlaps, so don't give me the 12 different Lord of the Rings ones and things like that. And yeah, no, it went forever. I don't actually know that there's a game out there that doesn't have some sort of board game.
Technically speaking, Wheel of Time has both a video game that is highly not a good adaptation. It's cool though.
Well, there you go. This one is based in Stockholm.
Yep.
They were voted fan favorite publishers at the Ennies in 2020, 2021, 2023, and 2024.
Cool.
And they make games without AI. They're very, very strict on there. We will not use AI. Grrr. Grrr.
Next game.
One ring is going where?
See. Since we don't know, basically.
The Witcher.
A.
S.
Okay, fine.
All of the S's. You can't not.
We are going full parcel tongue over here.
Yep.
All of the fucking S's.
Let me put it in first place.
All of the S's.
Yes.
But
All
not
of
the
the
stars.
Not stars.
No,
But then it says
no,
which
no
is at the
stars
end of
here.
A.
Song of Ice and Fire. The TTRPG game. TTRPG. I don't need to say game.
Titty.
Yes.
First
The TTRPG?
The titty. Well, I mean, it is Game of Thrones, so.
I mean, or D&D just in general would be.
I want to give it F because.
Yeah. He doesn't even deserve the helicopter.
Exactly. I don't know if it's good. I don't know anything about it, if I'm honest.
No, you just hate book series.
Yes.
Which is justifiable.
There are 7 of them. You play as the noble houses.
Oh.
And it's now been removed from print and GR have dropped the license. So if you want to play this game, you'll have to find it secondhand or buy it at a ridiculously stupid price from a seller.
So we put it in helicopter.
We put it in. No, we'll put an F. I don't know if it's helicopter. Terrible. And then that leads us to WoW. Being World of Warcraft.
Before the whatever the new thing is, I would have said like B, and now I don't know.
The new thing? What the fuck are you talking about?
You're talking about the thing within. The new expansion.
The War Within?
War Within?
No, I'm talking about. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Do you mean the newest expansion?
No, I don't mean. I mean like, I haven't played the game in like 10 years.
What you're talking about is probably retail. So
yeah,
right.
Yes, but retail is the latest expansion, honey. That's what it is. That's what it means.
Okay, well,
it's
fucked up.
She probably means like all the expansions after the one she played.
No, I mean like some of the ones I played is also weird.
Okay, but okay. Again, we are looking at adaptation of source material, and there WoW does a very, very fucking good job. So A at least.
Would you consider that? Again, not having played it myself, but I know that they retcon so much shit, and that their writing has been very misaligned at times. So would you say?
I know that I know that there was my bestie is a massive WoW fan, and so I have been tortured with lore conversations and whatnot. I know there was one expansion where the guy who took over was not interested in being faithful to the story and fucked everything. But I know the stuff prior to that was supposedly incredibly good, and the newer stuff is finally fixing things to go back to being incredibly good.
I think Warlords was the
It
the
was
expansion that
it
fucked a
was
lot.
the guy he rewrote the storyline of like one of the main females, and
Sylvana?
and
so
just
Warlords.
changed her entire like ethos for doing things and everything. And
Yeah, so Warlords, if I'm not mistaken.
sound about right.
If we have Luki and Liz here, they would
It
know.
was like,
Warlords.
let me tell you
or
about WoW.
Shadowlands,
It'll
both
take me
kinda.
20 minutes. 4 hours later.
Yeah, let's
Either
just
way.
put this into perspective. Ari is a best friend who loves WoW, a partner who loves Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
Like-
No, basically, because I don't think they've retconned things. They've tried to fix things or realign things after Warlord. But okay, you have a point, and I would still put it in B.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said B.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it isn't faithful, and I can't even sit here and be like I have bias because ultimately I have no qualms with WoW. I've not played it because I know for a fact that my ADHD would not allow me to play it because being constrained to one character is just not doable.
Yep.
But
Well, one class, but I see your point. Yeah.
yeah, but as having seen
that I have to say, after having played FF, where you can have all of the
One
classes
character,
and
all
all
classes,
of the
yeah.
like the crafting and everything on one character, and alts are basically you do it. I mean, I did it for roleplay, but I know people do it to like
For weddings.
Yeah, for weddings, or to go through the story again as a different main character because you get different storylines depending on what class you're playing. I don't know if I could handle WoW and having to have like 12 characters just to be able to play different classes. I think that would drive me nuts. But I have also been told that the game is incredible. So
I mean, there's a reason I have watched like 30 odd hours of lore about World of Warcraft.
The lore,
It
there's
really-
very deep and good lore behind it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the game is cool. You don't technically like this is not me selling people on WoW, but you don't technically have to have multiple characters. But then, yeah, you're locked to one class and 2 professions.
yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah, and that
Usually,
feels really
unfortunately.
fucking wrong coming from FF. I agree.
So to round us off for the evening,
Mm-hmm.
I have some quotes for you
Oh.
that you have to guess the book/game that they are from.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. So the first one is: people like to invent monsters and monstrosities, then they seem less monstrous themselves.
I know
That
this.
sounds like a Witcher. That sounds like a Witcher quote.
That sounds very Witcher.
Yeah. But I'm not sure that.
Okay, I want to go with Lovecraft, but it's not.
All votes in. It was The Witcher.
It was Witcher, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a direct quote in the series as well.
It is.
Close.
No, not TV show. It's a direct quote from both the book and the game.
Right, okay.
We're like blind kittens, scratching and stumbling through the darkness.
That sounds so
Isn't
familiar.
that
Is
fine?
that Eli's diary?
Why does that sound so
You
familiar?
Goose! What the fuck?
Come on, I
actually
can
have to
hear you
make some
writing
guesses.
something. I can hear you writing something sort of mid 2000s edgy, but also you are a kid.
Tumblr edgy.
I didn't have a Tumblr.
You
I
should
never
have
had a
done.
I didn't have a mid
Everybody should have
2000s
had a
edgy
Tumblr. I
phase.
think it makes you a better person.
I have a
You're still
Tumblr
stuck in
now.
your
I
edgy
don't
phase.
use it.
You've got to take a tumbler to get back up on your feet again.
Come on, someone's got to take guesses at what game this is from.
Well, I did say Bioshock.
Can you give
You
us?
said
Can you
Bioshock.
give us?
Yes.
Can you give us choices?
No.
There are too many potentials.
It's been spoken
Can you say it
about
again?
tonight. That's your clue. In fact, most of these are from games we've talked about
Amazing,
tonight.
wonderful.
I'm gonna go with Bioshock as well then, because it sounds familiar. That's the only one I played.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do Metro.
It is Metro.
Fuck.
Okay. Madness. It preys on the weak-minded. The fear of the unknown is the greatest threat to reason.
Nope, no idea.
Is that from tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Dresden
That
Files.
also,
For
funnily
you
enough,
D&D people, I should think this should well be known.
Is this fucking?
is this fucking?
It's not fucking.
No, I'm trying to think of his name.
Yeah, can you
Astarion?
Oh
say it again?
no, vampire.
Astarion?
It's
No,
Astarion. Yeah.
It's not Astarion.
no, the actual the D&D module vampire.
Oh,
So fun.
I'm right, Arta.
No.
Am I right?
No.
No.
It's fun watching you try.
Strahd or something
Yes,
like that, isn't it?
Strahd.
Yep.
It's not Strahd.
I was like, it's not Strahd. Okay.
That
Can you
was
repeat the quote?
Madness. It preys on the weak-minded. The fear of the unknown is the greatest threat to reason.
We just need a cold, logical Baldur's Gate 3 character.
It's not Baldur's Gate. I'm disappointed, honestly. It's Cthulhu. It's Call of Cthulhu.
oh.
And it's also...
Never read it, never watched
Oh,
it. Never...
I can hear. Do you want to know what I can hear with that now? I hear fucking Darkest Dungeon.
Yes, which would make sense, because that's inspired
Yeah.
by Lovecraft.
Incredibly inspired by Lovecraft, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Darkest
one.
Dungeon is an amazing game.
A ranger and a wraith, bound together in death, crafted by fate.
Oh, that's fucking
Okay.
Shadow of Mordor.
It is Shadow of Mordor. Well done.
It is.
Listen to them, the children of the night, what music they make.
I know that.
You whores. Anyway. I have no idea if that one.
But I can't place it. As usual.
It's a classic, if that helps.
Dracula?
Yes.
I
It
was
is
gonna say
indeed
Van
Dracula.
Helsing, but
It's not a classic, but sure.
no, but I think actually in the movie Van Helsing
Yes.
he says something similar-ish.
It is in the movie. It is
He
also
says something in
the...
Simlish.
No,
Yes.
not in Simlish,
Okay.
and that's Simeon.
1,000 eyes behind 1,000 lies. The blood is the life, but also the chains. These people
I
are
didn't know
edgy. Edgy.
I didn't know we were quoting.
Do we need to start
Offspring songs?
Do we need to start clicking at this when you read these out?
Yeah, I know for definite that you've played this, Si. I have a feeling as
Read it
well
again.
that
Read it
Eli and Yune have played this, or at least one of you two has.
Read it
A
again.
1,000 eyes behind 1,000 lies.
Lie.
The blood is the life, but also the chains.
Elden Ring?
Nope. TTRPG. I think. I'm not getting that right.
Mentioned today?
Very briefly at the beginning, and it's something that has been spoken about between you, Yune, and Sai a couple of times.
Shadowrun?
Oh, no, it's Vampire the fucking Masquerade.
Oh, Vampire the Masquerade. Oh, you. God damn it.
Right.
See?
God fucking damn it, dude.
Oh, damn.
Go on then. Last one. He who controls the spice controls the universe.
Oh, could it be June?
Yeah.
Could it indeed? Actually, we have time. Let's get some more.
I'm really mad you didn't
Also,
do
where
it
would we
in
put
FF1.
Lies of P
Where are my
on our list? I
where are
would
my
like
Final
to know.
Fantasy quotes?
See, I don't know if that's true.
I would. I'd put it up high. I think it's a great game.
No, it is a phenomenal game. It is a good adaptation.
With artistic license, yeah. Yeah,
Where's my FF quote?
Now you're
Die,
getting one.
villain.
Where is my Ishtola's fucking announcement to the
There we go.
fucking stadium?
More are coming.
Gaius is such devastation. This was not my intention.
Okay, next one. Well, you've got two actually. This one, for some reason, is giving me 2 quotes per game. So the first quote is, "This isn't about heroism. This is survival, and survival doesn't have morals." And the second one is, "You feel it too, don't you? The darkness, like something watching."
Baldur's Gate
Baldur's Gate
3. No,
Absolutely.
both of those are Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, they were both Baldur's.
Oh, they both. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You're now getting 2 quotes per one game for some reason.
Right,
That was Astarion, right? The second quote.
No,
No.
the second quote is the narrator.
Yeah.
Is it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
I've
first
been
one I
dragged
want to
into,
say is will.
Just read it again.
This isn't about heroism. This is survival, and survival doesn't have morals.
That sounds more of a Shadowheart thing
Oh,
than
maybe. I don't know. They're all edgy.
Arstarian.
Astarian. Astarian. Ah. Not air. Ah.
I got dragged into a BG free campaign now today, so I'm
Good luck with
apparently
that.
playing the game at some point.
I actually need to play it at some point. Again. And get past chapter 1.
Yeah,
Act
see,
1,
I
whatever
need
it
to
is.
do that too. So 2 of the people that are going to be in the group are going to be people that actually want to progress, and the other 2 want to fuff about, and I'm one of the ones that want to fuff about, so I should get through at least chapter 1.
Can do both.
Okay. Next one. The
it's very
uninformed
lenient
must
on the
improve
progress.
their deficit or die. And the second quote is, "Every picture tells a story. Sometimes we don't like the ending. Sometimes we don't understand it."
I know
Is
that
that
quote.
Bioshock?
Nope.
No. Fuck, I know that second quote. Why do I know that quote?
That, I think, does actually come from the book, or closely enough related to something from the book. Because this game was more of a, not a correct adaptation, it was more of an inspired by.
I know that quote.
I don't know.
No, I'm lost.
Alice Madness Returns.
Aha, yeah.
Okay, the next one, or your next 2 quotes. The first one is, "You see yourself in the mirror, a mere shadow of your former self, a drunken hobo in a disco suit." And the second is, "You can't have a real democracy without real citizens, and you can't have real citizens without love."
This sounds like Disco Elysium.
It is Disco Elysium.
Yeah, the moment the suit was mentioned, I was like, "That's."
I have never played that game, but I
but
intend
just
to.
the.
I intend to.
The first quote made me think of the when you play as the detective that is also the big bad wolf, and you play with.
Telltale series?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, ready for the next one?
Yep.
"Pride before the fall, but the wise knows when to kneel." And the second quote, "No blade can match the will of the righteous."
Game of Thrones.
Nope.
Final Fantasy.
Nope.
No, that's not an FF quote.
Mm-mm.
Pathfinder?
This is a game heavily lore-based and inspired by high fantasy. No, it's not Pathfinder.
I can't help. I can't explain how little that narrows it down for us.
I don't care. That's what you're getting. It's a specific game in a series of games. Does that help better?
No.
Can we have the first letter?
No. One of this series came out late last year, early this year.
Dark Souls.
No.
No.
And Dark Souls didn't come out. Okay, you're thinking about Night Rain. Never mind.
What
Came out beginning of this year.
Akuma's
Have I
just like,
played
I'm
it?
just... this one, yes.
Last year.
This one I have played.
This game you've played, yes.
Last year. 25.
I'm gonna have to Google now. Hang on.
Involves swords. That could be fucking anything.
Okay, so the newest game in this series of games came out on the 31st of October 2024.
Oh.
I knew it was end of last year, early this year.
Came out 2024.
But that's not this game. That's just in the series.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's another quote.
I don't have any more quotes. I had 2. You got 2.
Warhammer.
Nope.
I was gonna say Dragon Age, but it's not.
It is. It's Inquisition.
Okay. Oh right, the latest game is. No one talked about the latest game because the latest game was.
Oh, you said I played the latest one. I didn't play the latest one.
No, I didn't. I said you haven't played. You've played this one, but you didn't play the latest one. Because I knew you'd played Inquisition, but I know that you definitely didn't play Veilguard because you were like, I don't. Everyone says it's going to be rubbish. I know we had many conversations about it.
To be fair, it was rubbish, so everyone was right.
Okay, next quote. What is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort? And your second quote.
Fuck that, just be evil.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Diary.
I am. Where is a new hand touches the beacon?
The beacon.
I have that on a soundboard, I think.
It is indeed Skyrim.
It is indeed Skyrim.
No, I have.
Inspired by Norse mythology and classic high fantasy.
But also that first quote, I think, figures in a lot of media.
Probably. I mean, so technically, so does the I used to be an adventurer like you. That's come up in quite a few things now.
Yes, however, not everyone takes an arrow to the knee.
Okay, next one. This one only has one quote. I don't know why. What can change the nature of a man?
Planescape Torment.
Fucking well done.
It's his favorite game of all time.
I have in brackets here the most haunting question in RPG history.
It is so good. Planescape Torment. Do not get me started on Planescape Torment. We will never leave here.
Okay, well, we're going to move on to the next one.
That is his Final Fantasy 14.
Okay, 2 quotes for you. 1, even the smallest spark can ignite a great blaze. And 2, hope is a cruel joke played upon the weak.
I know both of
That
them.
was A New Hope.
No.
I mean, it could have been.
We've spoken about it today.
Yes.
Hunger Games?
No.
No.
Is this Bioshock?
No.
No.
Like how Bioshock is your fucking blue whale.
Yes.
I keep yelling Bioshock as well, hoping.
I recognize it.
I recognize both, yeah.
We're all gonna go, oh, when she tells us what it is.
Yep.
No, because now I'm doubting if this is the FF one. I don't think it is.
It's not the FF one.
No.
So, what is this from?
Let's I think a bit.
Sai is not the one who would get this.
Okay. Who?
Just not Sai.
Okay.
I mean, that
What a
should
quote again?
technically narrow it down, but also
The first quote
Brain
is,
mush.
even the smallest spark can ignite a great blaze. And the second quote is, hope is a cruel joke played upon the weak.
Is this a Souls quote?
No.
No.
Is this Assassin's Creed?
No.
No. Okay, I give up.
World of Warcraft.
Oh.
The first quote was...
Not
I
fun.
told you,
I don't
I
fucking
told
know
you we
that.
would go. Oh.
I apologise if I butcher this. The first quote was from Anduin Wern.
Rin.
Yeah.
And the
Yes.
second one was Sylvanas Windrunner.
Yeah. Yep.
And
yep.
our final
So,
quotes for the evening.
Bioshock.
I haven't even said them yet.
Would you
Is he wrong?
kindly? Is
Am I right,
is
though?
the last quote? Would you kindly?
It's not.
Oh.
Daddy.
Even should it cost me all I have, I will see this tale to a happy end. And the second quote is, no story lives forever, but those who tell it best shape the future.
This is not Bioshock.
This
I
is
am
not
very certain
Bioshock.
it is not Bioshock.
No, it's definitely not.
That sounds too hopeful to be Bioshock.
I hear what you're saying.
That's the FF stuff, isn't it?
That is the FF stuff.
I was just about to say, yeah. That's fucking.
The first one was Alice, and the second
Yeah,
one was
is
Elizabeth.
the second one Graha?
No, Elizabeth.
Who?
Elizabeth.
Oh, right, no, fair enough. Okay. I thought you said Elizabeth. And I was
Yes,
like, "What is
yes.
Elizabeth?"
The famous FF character Elizabeth.
I mean, hey, he could be anything he wants to be. He's fabulous enough. He's good old. Oh no, I'm thinking of.
You're thinking of a completely different
Fucking-
person.
I'm thinking of Hitler Des.
Yes, my favourite boy. My favourite boy. With
I'm
his
glad I'm not the
beautiful
only
hair.
one having Eli moments.
Okay, so as we're about to finish up, tease for what's coming, because we like a tease. Tuesday. On Tuesday, we have Judge a Book by its Cover night, and that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna try and
That
have
is
some
gonna be fun.
interactive stuff for you, so you can press buttons and clicky things.
Buttons.
pressing buttons.
Because everybody loves a
Buttons.
button. Everybody loves a button. So that's going to be on Tuesday, same time as tonight. And we're going to rip apart why authors decide to change their artwork. Usually by giving us silly model shots instead of pretties. And then next Sunday... My brain is not braining. Dot. We have... Fucking... Oh, my calendar's gone all weird. Ah, yes.
Okay, why aren't you going to the Bookwyrms Almanac?
That's where I've gone, but my calendar's gone all weird. It's put Sunday as the starting day of the week, and that's wrong.
Yes.
So,
Yes, it is.
next Sunday, I think this is going to be great fun. You lot, probably not so much. We're doing Trauma, Power and Plot, Writing Pain Right.
Nice.
Sorry, not sorry, by the way.
Yeah, sorry, not
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't think I'm going to be involved in that one.
That's fair.
We're not talking about your trauma. We're talking about
I don't
traumatic
give a shit.
moments in
Trauma
books.
is going to come up at some point.
We are talking about the traumatic moments in books. For instance, It Has Been My Honour.
It has been my honor.
Dare you?
Yes, how dare I indeed.
I don't know that one.
You wouldn't,
Not yet.
because you haven't finished the fucking book.
Oh, that's when.
First of all,
Shut up.
that's a spoiler. Secondly, you don't get to talk about it. You've not finished the book.
I absolutely can and will talk about it because it's funny
Yeah,
to
but
annoy
not
you.
in here.
It
Kick
is
'em.
amusing
Go
to
talk
annoy
about
you.
it.
He's not finished the book. Kick him.
Go talk about it in a
I
corner.
don't know what book we're on about, but if you've not finished it, kick him.
Fourth wing.
Yeah, we're on about
Ah,
four.
yep, kick him.
But yeah,
Bannable
Extra
offense.
level of enthusiasm.
we also have, if I have this right,
On
I do.
Wednesday we have refresh, right?
Hang on. On Monday, we have.
Tomorrow.
No. Yes.
No.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Okay.
Tomorrow, we have. Fuck, I'm so lost. Tomorrow is the
Okay,
12th.
what?
Yes. The 12th
Yes.
is suggestions opening for Book of the Month.
Yeah.
Oh, fudge me.
I know, right? It's only suggestions opening. Don't
Yeah.
panic. You've still got plenty of time to finish books. But this month, we're going to be doing fantasy and romance. Le gasp.
The gasp.
So yes, we are switching out mystery and we're tagging in romance. So I look forward to seeing what you come up with. There will be a post going out tomorrow along with
Teaming romance.
Do we have a limit on how many books we're allowed to recommend?
We have new format / rules that will be going in place as of tomorrow morning, which will be announced tomorrow when I finish writing it, because we've made some changes to the way we're going to do Book of the Month, just to keep the variety there. And then yes, so we have tomorrow is Book of the Month suggestions opening. Tuesday we have cover judgment night, which I have to read you the little description for this, because it says we're judging book by their covers because sometimes it's deserved. We will roast, revere, and possibly redesign the worst offenders live. So get ready, because we are gonna roast some covers, and I have a few in mind that I want to put on the chopping block.
Good night, Liz.
Good night, Liz.
Night, Liz.
Night, Liz. Good night.
And then yes, on Saturday, it is Squad Challenge Refresh. Obviously, as we've said, we want to bring it so that we start fresh on the 1st of every month. So this will be a much shorter round. We're going to do things a little bit differently because we want to test something ready for next month. And squad leaders, be prepared. I have tasks for you.
Panic.
Just, you know. That's hilarious saying that, because I'm pretty sure now you're the only one here, Eli. So
I know. Panic.
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 Yep, I'm gonna make you work.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. I don't do that enough.
Hey. I don't want to be a staff member because I'll take on jobs that I shouldn't take on.
I took on jobs I shouldn't take on before I became staff. I'll have you know.
I gave you the option to not be a squad leader. It was not a gun to your head.
Basically everything you say to me at this point is a gun to my fucking head, so
Wow.
Imagination.
Wow. Rude.
You only think it's rude because it's true.
That's very rude. Yeah, you've been bonked. Accept your bonking. No, I don't want 2 of them. 1 of them. Trying to send all the squad things in the chat.
Can I do the exclamation point Discord? Can everyone do that?
You and Yune and Sai can, I think.
Boo.
Cool. If you would like to join us, and including join our squads, you can do so at the Discord link provided. Squads are fun. Promise. Totally fun. They give you challenges and everything. You can do really great things. And oh god.
Oh no, he's Affected
Gonna
by the demon.
There we go.
Yay!
Oh,
He is affected by the demons. That's fair.
Oh no, he got affected again.
okay. Good night, Pedro. You go sleepies now. I'll figure out what's causing that.
Sleep, Pedro. Night, night.
Sleep, Pedro. Yes, so if you do want to join in, we have our lovely challenges. There is a mix of reading and writing and crafting challenges that cover a variety of different things, so there's something for everybody. We also add in extras like we've just done, which I'm really proud of you all for. We recently did a writing challenge that was based on picking a power at random. You did not know what the power was, but you picked a card and that gave you a power. And these powers were intrinsically something that would be used for bad things. And you needed to write your character learning of getting this power and trying to remain good. And did they succeed? And how did they do that? Or did they fall to temptation? And the responses we got were amazing. I love the way that everyone took it. We did 2 rounds of it, so there were 2 people for every power, and the differences we saw in each story was brilliant. You guys did a really, really amazing job.
Right, mine.
And obviously the other one is playlists. We have them all, and we will be going through them soon. And then we will have answers for our winners and points to allocate. So we have not forgotten about it. We just want to make sure we do it justice.
And I need to finish that story.
Mm-hmm.
I have gone overboard. I may have been taking this slightly too seriously.
You snowballed. It's fine.
I incredibly snowballed. I have plot lines. I have character descriptions. I have like I'm basically getting a matrix of stuff. So yeah, may have snowballed a bit.
Yeah, my second one is snowballing. Quite a fair chunk, because I decided to take it in an entirely different direction to what I was originally going to take it in, and it's grown legs. But yeah,
I'm trying to write mine out. It is currently running wild in my head.
Yes.
Also, if you ever want to have a bit of writing fun and you have access to ChatGPT, ask it to do give it a writing prompt and ask it to do back and forth writing. Because then what happens is one person, like ChatGPT, will write a bit to you and then you'll write the next bit and you go back and forth. And it's at A, incredibly fun, but B, because obviously it thinks differently to you, but it kind of tries to follow what you're saying. You get little ideas that come from what they've said that you go, oh, I didn't think of doing it like that, and then you'll do something else. And it's good. Very enjoyable, I must say.
On itself. Yep.
But yeah, other than that,
I think we're done for today.
I think we are done for today. Thank you very much for being here. We've had a great time. And we will see you on Tuesday.
Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.